All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Ain't no rules.
There is no plan.
No safety net.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Three Noes Podcast.
Oh, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Timing, boys, timing. Welcome to Three Noes Podcast. This is Mike.
I'm Jason.
I'm Brent.
Prost.
I forgot my name for a second.
Friend, did you that got everybody with a mouthful of beer?
So
sneaky that way.
Three Noes Podcast. And what number is it?
Oh yeah, this is kind of a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Episode 200.
200 of this shit show.
Wow, that's an auspicious number to end the show on. So thank you, everybody.
No, I'm proud of this shit show. Damn it!
Oh, I know we've done rather well with this shit show.
It depends on how you want to judge success. For me, we just keep doing it.
Okay, I'll tell you success now.
Let's not get into those numbers.
Yes,
but hey, we're 200 episodes in. We had one listener in the beginning. We still have that same listener now. So
that's right. Actually, we don't. We have more.
Three. Yes, we're up to 3.
Oh, yeah, we are for a no-list scene, internet famous podcast show. We've done rather well for ourselves.
Okay.
Let me pull up some of the numbers here.
While you're doing that, just yesterday I filmed a TV spot for the local cable access CK Talks.
Okay.
With Rob Bellamy and Dr. Stevel.
Nice.
And Rob starts the whole thing off, and he introduces us like, "Yeah, it's James and Jason from the movie Madhouse." I'm like, "Why are you talking to me like we don't know each other? You started the damn Madhouse."
Actually,
the two of you, yes, I did give you credit.
All right. Okay, we have started 200 episodes ago.
Yep.
We did not have 3,663 plays.
Okay.
We did not have 13 listeners per episode. We did not have 12 or 21 plus 21 followers on Spotify.
Cool.
We did not have that stuff.
We're not into the negatives, so
we're not in the negatives.
Is it possible to go into the negatives with your metrics?
If there's a will, there's a way.
It happens.
No, okay. That's not a goal I
want. 200 episodes ago, we did not have a 98.8% male audience versus a 1.2% female audience.
No surprise there.
We have a shocking demographic we have a death grip on the 45 to 59-year-old.
That's our people.
And that's our people. 99% of those, almost Gen Xers and some cusp millennials. 99% men, 1% women.
The elder millennials.
We're the elder millennials. 200 episodes ago, we did not have a listenership of 56% Canadians, 27% Americans, 8% Germans.
Wow.
And 7% Chinese.
Wow. Awesome.
So we have...
We are international.
We are international. 200 episodes ago, we did not have 30% listeners on Spotify. Okay. That's where the majority of our people listen to this show.
Okay.
Spotify has been big for us.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Spotify taking over Anchor.
Yeah.
Was a big boom.
When we were with Anchor, or when it was Anchor before Spotify took over, we were pretty even with Spotify and Apple Podcasts. A lot of people, second in the percentage is web browsers. So people are like just clicking links that we put up on Twitter and Facebook and wherever else, and they're just listening to the episodes off of a web browser.
Okay.
Apple Podcast is the third biggest source of our listens. And then, I said, it just breaks down to different variations of Spotify. But Spotify's number one. Web browser, wherever we put the link, either on Twitter or Facebook or something like, people click that link.
Okay.
And some people actually
Cool.
follow us. So,
All right.
the device.
Glad we have you around.
Yep, device. Android. A lot of people love their Android devices.
Well, there's a lot of people that don't like Apple anymore.
Right. So iPhone is second, and then listening on Mac for devices.
Okay.
So keep those Android devices coming, and
We don't got any Blackberries anymore?
I don't think anybody has Blackberries anymore.
I'm not sure.
Well, there's 13.7% other. So
yeah, but that could be Huawei's and
right.
Accutel.
Web, Windows, Mac.
Once Tally got old enough and was getting his own phone,
Yep.
he got away from Apple right away, and he's never gotten he's never had even a Google or Samsung. He's always had like a Huawei or some other brand that I've never heard of, but he's happy with them. So.
Well, he loves being an agent of the Communist Party of China. So,
Well, that was before all that stuff came out.
still, no, they didn't sell.
I know. I'm trying to save my kid a little bit here. All right.
200 episodes ago, episode 18 was not our most listened to episode with 57 unique listens.
Okay.
So
18. I wonder what that one was about.
that is. Let me just pull up the details here.
I think back then we didn't put much detail there.
Jason and Mike opened the show with their discussion on the last episode challenge of watching WAP with Cardi B. Wow. So, yeah. So we got great views off of Cardi B, the Cardi B bump.
Oh, let's not acknowledge the Cardi B bump.
You have to.
I don't want to.
You have to.
I don't want to.
Well,
Oh, come on.
No, she's a cartoon character.
no, yeah, that's
I
for
realize
sure.
she's richer than I'll ever be, but still, she's a cartoon character.
She's definitely going to be richer than all of us combined will ever be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 200 episodes ago, we came out of the shed, went right to the basement, and we haven't looked back.
Nope.
So,
And
cheers.
Cheers. Here.
Good job, boys.
So
200 more, huh?
I thought it was 1,000 more.
unlimited more, infinite.
Why put limits on ourselves? I agree.
Infinite.
Okay.
So you want to talk about shit shows?
May as well.
You get into it.
Yep.
Let's talk about that shit show from Friday night. I didn't even watch it. I
I
had
did.
no intention of watching it.
I
thought you
tried to watch it.
buffered it.
I was buffering the shit out of that show.
Yeah, every upstairs was watching it, and he would go into the Fire Stick and clear the cache for Netflix. And
The cache.
that would help. That's what it's called.
It's called the cache.
I've heard it called cache as well. So
You fancy gentleman like
Yes.
yourself.
Yep, it's a French in me.
the Béchard.
The Béchards. Yeah, he would do that. It would help for a few minutes.
Yeah, that was, I think, what is it? They said something like 60 million households tried to watch that fight.
Yep.
The Jake Paul.
65 for the main event.
Yeah.
Which baffles me considering how late that was.
No, that's normal. Normal for boxing.
4.5 hours
Yeah.
from the start of the show?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Like, if you look, I watched right from the beginning. I watched the prelims and as best I can. That place was empty
oh yeah.
up until I think it was the end of the women's fight, and that's when it really started to fill. That women's fight was
That's all I'm hearing. Match of
Fantastic.
the night is what I've heard.
Wasn't from what I saw online, it was a split decision.
split decision or unanimous decision for Katie Taylor. She was the champion. A lot of people are saying Serrano should have won that fight,
I've seen a few posts about that. Yes.
but even she's saying like shit happens.
Yeah.
and
She's
like
not griping about it.
No, like when I was watching it, I actually managed to watch it live when she took the first headbutt to the eyebrow and that opened her up. And I was like, oh, don't stop this fight because of that. And
okay. That explains the comment about her continuing after the cut.
Yeah.
I saw your post about that.
Yeah,
because what happened there?
Oh, those women are warriors. She wouldn't want that to end that way.
No, nobody wanted it to end on a cut. I said Katie Taylor, her style is like gloves up, just comes in and tries to get inside, and they just clashed heads.
So it was an accidental thing.
The first one, yes.
Okay. I didn't get to see the fight. That's why I'm trying to get
the first one.
The first one, yes. Then there's a couple of ones that look like Katie Taylor saw that cut, and she's like, "I'm going to open that fucking bitch up." And she, like, as you're going to do, you're going to go after that cut, make it worse, make it bleed, make the ref think, I should stop this. Mm-hmm. And there was a couple more times when they got in tight. There was another clash of heads, and it just kept opening that cut. But the cut wasn't over her eye; it was on the corner of her eyebrow.
Okay, so it wasn't falling into her.
It was not getting into her eye. Okay. So it was of all the places to get a cut on the eyebrow, that was like the perfect spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the big thing is from what I understand, the blood into the eye can cause damage and other stuff like that. From what I understand, or am I wrong?
Well, it's not just that; it's you can't see those punches coming.
That's true,
and that's
blinded by your own blood,
right? Like I've seen fights where, like somebody's gotten a cut on the head, and it's like just pouring buckets, but it's on the side and not near the eye, and the fighters go like, I can see, I can still fight, and that's the safe part of that. But I've also seen like a tiny cut over an eyebrow, and it's just pouring into a dude's eye.
Oh, Cody Rhodes,
right? But add a little more realistic punch into that eye.
Oh yeah, he's not. He's cutting himself.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like it's definitely to the fighter's safety where that cut happened.
Well, yeah. In legitimate boxing, yes.
Yeah.
They take more concern for that.
Right. So, like a cut on the corner of the eyebrow, where like watching it, it was more the blood was pouring down the side of her face. Fine. Her vision was
keep on rolling.
Yeah, her vision wasn't compromised or anything like that. So Serrano could still defend herself.
Yeah.
And the last round, it was phenomenal. Serrano had to get that knockout just to make sure she won. If it goes to the scorecards, there's the champion's advantage. And when you put this, like a fight like that, in the judge's hands, the champion's 9 times out of 10 is going to win.
Yeah.
They stood in the middle of that ring like they were in a fucking phone booth and just winging punches at each other.
It's kind of what you want to see in a boxing match.
Absolutely.
Right? You know,
absolutely.
That's more entertaining in my eyes.
Yes. Because, like I said, I think Serrano set the record for punches thrown and punches landed by a woman in a boxing match.
In that round?
I believe it was that round, or like it was one of the rounds. Serrano set a record, and we're just like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I kind of like I didn't have Netflix, so I didn't go, but I kind of want to find a chance to see that women's match, that women's fight now, because I want to see how these warriors went.
Yeah, you probably find the highlights on YouTube or something like that.
I've seen a few clips here and there so far. I'm sure you'll be able to find
Katie Taylor. She was a champion.
Do you have Netflix?
No.
Okay.
No. So it was a fantastic fight.
Yeah.
There was the Barrios versus Ramos for, I can't remember.
Welterweight.
I
think it was welterweight. I saw a news blurb about that one.
In the first round, Barrios, he's the champion. He comes up, he throws this jab, and Ramos's knees buckled. I was like,
He found the off button.
Yep. But Ramos, it wasn't scored a knockdown because Ramos's gloves didn't touch the mat or anything like that. He's just like, pop, and it was like, oh, fuck. And like he managed to stand back up, and the ref's looking at him like, "You still with us, bro?"
Yeah.
So Ramos gets back up and is like, "Oh shit, hey coach, what'd I do?" And the coach is like, "Punch the fucking guy."
Hit him back.
Hit him back. And then the second round, Barrios throws this right cross. And from the camera angle where I saw it, I thought it was a jab. But it was a right cross. And it came right down the fucking pipe and blasted Ramos. And he goes down. I'm like, uh-oh. But Ramos managed to get back up. And then they went the distance.
Wow. After that, I was
After
surprised.
that.
I went to a decision. I know that.
Yeah, Ramos. I think he needed to get his ass kicked in a couple rounds to wake up, calm him down, settle his nerves, and a couple quick flash knockdowns like that. That would do it. And his coach was like, "What the fuck, dude? That is not the plan." And
I'm tiring him out, coach.
Yeah.
Just tiring him out.
just tiring him out. This is the Homer Simpson.
Exactly.
Just keep headbutting him in the fist till his hand breaks. But that was a really good fight. The undercard was fantastic. I would give me more undercard matches like that over the fucking
Seen it.
dog and pony show that was the main event.
Well, some guys at work were discussing it on Friday, and I'm like, you do realize that this is Netflix, and they just bought a wrestling company, so this is their first foray into sports entertainment.
Yeah.
And they delivered on that aspect from what I can see, with a few clips that I saw, and hearing all the takes on it.
Visually, it was a massive success. It was WrestleMania level pageantry type stuff.
Jake was wearing $1 million trunks because they had diamonds on them or something. And
Diamond,
yeah.
So,
and the whole bowing for out of respect thing. I saw a picture of it, and the caption said Tyson could have made history if he in this moment, and it shows Jake bowing to him, and Tyson could have just clocked him down.
Yeah.
but no, Tyson wasn't there to fight.
No, Tyson was there to make sure he cashed the maximum check that was possible.
Because for the few clips I've seen, Tyson training versus Tyson in the ring, night and day difference.
Yeah. Somebody discovered the rules of the fight, and if Tyson had knocked out Paul in the first round, he would have made almost nothing.
Really?
He had to, as per the rules that were laid out in the show, real or not, Tyson, to get the maximum payday, had to go to the full 8 rounds. It had to go to a decision, and Jake had to win by unanimous decision. If it was a split decision or anything like that, any deviation other than Jake Paul wins a unanimous decision, Tyson loses money.
Yep, that's sports entertainment.
Yeah.
That's not boxing. Yeah, that's sports entertainment.
Right.
Like you said, it was best for business.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And fucking Logan saying that he would kill Mike Tyson if they fought. Fuck off.
It's sports entertainment. It's sports entertainment. It's not any less funny than the meme that's going around is Jake Paul has offered a contract to Jimmy Carter to fight now.
I've seen a bunch of those.
I know. I showed you that. I saw another one that showed. There's been. Did you know that Jake Paul issued a fight challenge to Muhammad Ali's exhumed corpse?
George Foreman. I've heard a few.
George Foreman would kill.
Because George Foreman don't need the money.
No, he's got those grills that
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
he's still getting that grill money.
Yeah,
He's come out with new versions of it all the time.
Well, speaking of that, I actually saw a thing. It's been said that George Foreman has made more from the endorsement of the George Foreman grill than he did through his boxing career.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
looking at it there, it makes logical sense.
Yep.
And I'm really happy for him that a lot of those guys, they blow all their money and then they have nothing they can do, and then that he was able to make money outside of boxing.
Those Foreman girls are everywhere, and they have been for 30 years.
I really like mine. I have a small one. I really like mine when in my apartment.
Okay, slight sidestep before I forget it. Remember the Ronco rotisserie?
Yep.
Okay, you remember that infomercial?
Yep.
In that infomercial, you buy this now and you get a flavor injector, like a syringe to put juice in, but it also had a solid food injector.
Yep, I remember
a bigger syringe with like an opening tip, and you put like chunks of garlic and onion.
I remember that.
And you could eject it in the middle.
Yeah.
So we bought a Ronco at a thrift store. But it didn't have that.
Damn it.
Ooh.
And we've looked online, could never find it. Like, I started questioning whether they even fucking existed.
Ooh, the Mandela effect.
Crystal was out shopping on Friday.
Yeah.
Was it Friday? Yeah, Friday. And they were at a thrift store.
Found it. Nice.
She didn't buy it because we'll never use it. But it's just proof that it fucking exists.
Is there pictures?
Still in the box. Yes, she sent me pictures.
Okay.
It's still in the box with the instructions and everything.
Wow.
She found the flavor, the solid food injector. They do exist.
I remember it too. I remember the set it and forget it and all that other stuff.
Yeah, we have the rotisserie. Like, it's still up in the kitchen.
Is it?
Carrie and them use it all the time.
How does it work? Good.
Oh yeah. It's not huge, but you can get a nice chicken in there.
No, I was just wondering how it did for cooking and for flavor and stuff like
delicious. It works great.
But that George Foreman grill, like I have a small one for my apartment, and I like
chicken
it.
breast.
No.
Two?
The Foreman or the
Foreman grill.
The Foreman grill, the smallest one,
2 chicken breasts.
2 to 3, depending on how wide. Like the model that we have at home, you could get a good chunk on there, like good 4 or 5 burgers kind of.
What about a steak?
1 or 2 steaks, maybe,
Ooh.
depending on the size of the steak.
Big tomahawk.
1. But the only problem I've found with those Foremans is because of its scissoring effect, the front edge doesn't get the press, doesn't get the cook, right?
That's why you flip it. Grill marks, bud.
Grill
marks.
That's where a panini press is a little bit better, but that's not
yeah,
meant for cooking meat and stuff, right?
You can cook whatever you want in your panini press. It's yours.
That's true. See it on TikTok. People
Right.
doing weird shit with their stuff.
Yeah, that's possible too.
Yep.
Speaking of, what were you watching? You were saying you saw something on. You were watching a streamer on something.
Yeah, this is before you guys came over. I was down here. This said I just turned Twitch on, and there's a German girl, blonde girl doing hardstyle house music, and she had the most phenomenal push-up bra on. I wonder why she has over 2,000 viewers on right now.
Yep.
But I said, hey, sex sells.
Exactly.
And she was raking in the cash.
Hey.
I can't fault her for that.
No. I just saw that and I had to bring that up because I thought that was funny. I'm sitting there going, "Yep."
It gets to be a little much sometimes. Like for
well, it's either the blonde German girl with the phenomenal boobs, or the Tasmanian bearded old guy. That's I vacillate between 2 of my Twitch DJs. So
quite the dichotomy.
Well, so like, hey, you can't have the milk and honey all the time. Sometimes you got to get the Tasmanian dude that drinks whiskey and spins metal. So
yeah,
it's all about the choices.
Tasmanian.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And I stumbled across him during lockdown.
That's the fun part of the internet is
Yep.
seeing people from around the world that you look at him and you wouldn't know that he's Tasmanian or whatever. So like he's on the other side of the planet.
Yeah. Well,
that's the cool aspect.
When I first stumbled across him, Blank Page is his name. Like you can hear his accent when he does the talker, and they're like, oh, he's Australian. Oops.
Do they get angry?
Yeah.
Do they get angry over that?
No, he corrects.
Okay.
So I was like, are you Australian? He goes, nope, I'm from Tasmania. And then he'll, like, he has a macro key, and he goes, like, hits a button, and like Google searches, like, I'm here. So this big island, that's not mine. Mine's right here.
Yeah.
So
You remember the purple devil thing from Looney Tunes? That's my granddaddy.
yeah, that's right. Right. But yeah, Twitch, you can have, well, is it between the hot German girls and the Tasmanian dude? There's a guy in Montreal that I watch. He spins vinyl. He has a vinyl collection that anybody would be envious of.
Oh, wow.
It's down in his basement. He's got his setup is right there. and he's got cameras like mounted in different sections, and it's all like floor to ceiling shelving, and it's all vinyl.
Oh dear God!
Does he play certain genres?
Everything.
Or he's shot all around.
Yeah, Monday, it's like Monday metal, and then like he has certain genres. Like he'll do the. I just got this whole box of stuff in, and we're gonna go through all of this. So,
wow, but no, I could see where you're talking with the envious. If it's floor to ceiling as vinyl,
yeah,
that's
and like. The one wall, say, I know you guys can't see, but you guys can see it. It goes like from the corner here, goes all the way down the length of this wall here.
So a good 40 feet.
Right. And then it goes around a corner, and it has like an L shape with an interior freestanding shelving system.
He's got a library.
And somebody goes, how many records do you got? He goes, I don't know, but here's a list of stay.
Does he have it cataloged?
He does.
Wow.
He does. And he goes, you can check the catalog because he's got it online. So like if you want a specific song for like a request, like he sells requests.
Okay. That's a smart play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what did he say? It was $20 for 3 songs.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. All vinyl. All like original vinyls and stuff like that.
I expected that when you said that, like that guy ain't gonna have.
You and your lady are sitting there watching him. You throw up 3 songs for her to strip for you.
Yeah.
He's your stripper DJ right there.
Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass.
Well, hey, whatever floats your boat, man.
Sure. But you had something. You
what?
Stop.
I had something. What?
You had something on the
burner.
No, I wanted to talk about the Ronco thing.
Oh, okay.
That was my side quest.
Yep, you got your side quest
because we mentioned the George Foreman girls, which took us away from the Tyson Paul fight.
Yes, that the Dog and Pony show. So, that no surprise that
did you break it?
I don't know.
That
I hope
that he had to win. He had to win for him to get the payday.
Yeah, that right there says that it was rigged. It was scripted, whatever you want to call it. I know a lot of people were disappointed by it, and they're glad they didn't pay extra for it.
Oh, there would have been riots if they would have like, hey, you already got your Netflix membership. By the way, you got to pay again.
Yeah,
but I like that meme Steph put up. I think it was last night of WWF in 2025. Catch your mic.
Yeah,
there you go. There you go.
So you what about 2025?
Yeah, and
I didn't
see it. It's like Roman, like a clip from Roman in the ring at some point, and then it just starts buffering. It just keeps buffering. It'll move for a second and then buffer again.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, speaking about buffering, it was funny as I remember seeing. It was that we knew, and Mike showed where that it was a picture of Tyson's backside.
That wasn't just Mike. That was online, like on Twitter. It stopped on that screen for a lot of people.
Okay, I just know.
Now, was that rigged? Did Tyson want to show off his ass a little bit? Hey, maybe he's going to pop up on OnlyFans. Can't judge.
No, he's
running out of money.
Not anymore. He followed everything to the letter. He got his 20 mil. He's good.
Yeah, but then you got taxes, you got your agent fees, your training. So he'll see about between 6 to 10 of it.
Maybe. And then he's got kids.
and tigers.
Yeah. It takes a lot to feed a tiger nowadays, doesn't it?
I forgot that he had. I didn't know if he still had the tigers or not.
Oh, who knows? I don't know. Probably not.
You never know. He could have.
Was that legit, though, or was that just a hangover joke? Are you back?
I think I'm back.
There you go.
Yeah.
No,
he had tigers.
He did have tigers.
Have tigers.
So that wasn't just a movie joke.
Nope.
Okay.
No. Well, it was a movie joke, but it was also real. Okay. So.
Hey, realism. It's all about realism.
Yep. So I'm waiting to see that joke. I honestly think the first.
I will knock you out, cat.
No,
I watch boxing. You better run.
You're all hyped up.
I could honestly see the buffering happening up for the first Raw on Netflix.
No. That was 65 million people
they're not
tuned in. Yeah,
they're not getting that much.
Yeah, they don't get nearly 3 million. So,
but even then, it's going to be on Netflix, so you don't have to watch it live. People, you don't even have to TiVo it or whatever. It'll be there. It'll be there waiting for you.
Yeah.
So if you don't watch it the night of, you watch it the next morning or whatever. I'm probably still not getting Netflix.
You're not?
I don't think so.
I got it because there's a Graham Hancock series.
Who's that?
The guy that from the book that the Fingerprints of the Gods.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It basically is. I was like, if you like the book, here's the 6-part miniseries, season 1 and 2.
Documentary kind
Yep.
of? Okay.
Docu-style talking about the same thing that he talked about in the book.
Okay.
That's cool.
So
Is it good? Are you liking it?
I like it. I'm digging it. There was, let's say, the first thing that he did, he went to Indonesia. And there's a mountain of these long rectangular blocks. Yeah.
Sounds like building blocks.
Never heard
Right.
of anything like that from Indonesia.
No.
Because the mainstreamers don't put it out there.
Right.
I knew exactly. Like I read a thing that, like the big thing is Mike put it best. He goes, the mainstreamers follow their funding.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we've seen enough evidence of all that.
But
Especially with what came out in the U.S. Congress last week.
What about the aliens?
Aliens and actual UFO pictures and whatnot.
my Twitter feed is fantastic right now because of all the shit that I follow. Well, okay, not my feed. The Three Noes Podcast feed keeps the algorithm on its toes with all the stuff that I like and dislike. So, but
mine's still mostly just cat videos and wrestling, and in the odd and movie stuff.
Yeah, I'm in there too, but I'll sprinkle in UFO shit and political shit.
Sure.
And the occasional girl. So there's one I follow. It's called Nordic Girls.
Gee, you can't imagine why.
I'm not staying with the brand.
It's all the Swedish masseuse team, right?
We don't discriminate. It's everybody.
He's not a discriminatory person. It's
Was
really
it the end of Dumb and Dumber when they're walking down the road and that bus stops by and it's a Swedish massage team or whatever?
You go back that way.
it's like you should have got on board with them.
But that's Dumb and Dumber, though. That's they're dumb. It's in the name.
Why is that? I might have to go shopping. Oh no!
Go thrift shopping.
Just need that end piece if you can.
I know, but it just all of a sudden just gave away.
That's weird.
Duct tape, crazy glue, and duct tape.
Yep. So,
he's
gonna go. I can't remember where I was gonna go next.
You're gonna talk about your milestone.
You want to go there now?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go there.
Well, okay.
Jay is in recovery for an addiction to marijuana.
Yes.
And
So-
Jay has
Here's my tracker.
Yeah.
I'm up to 32 days today.
nice 32 straight days being clean and sober.
Yes.
Had a boy.
So I went to a meeting last night, and this was really important to me. I got my first tag.
Oh, I thought you're like, they gave me a new car.
No, I got my first tag, the orange wall. Okay, I could have gotten one, the first one that's called just for today. That's a white one. That's just for today. That's the first one.
Yep.
I wasn't comfortable enough there to accept that day, but
This is a meaningful one.
This is the first one. 30 days clean and serene for 30 days.
Nice. Well done.
But it's getting there. This week was not good. I can't get into specifics of who was involved in something, but I had made plans with someone to come and hang out, and they forgot. At least they said they forgot. We haven't discussed it yet, so I'm hoping they could have. I get it. But I did, or was it a case of, I bailed on them multiple times when I was high. But I took it really hard.
I hope it's not payback.
I highly doubt it is. He's not that type of guy.
No.
And I will, but we will be discussing it when we get together tomorrow. So, but or at least I'm going to broach the subject.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen. But
you can't put that cart before the horse.
Yeah, I know.
I
know. I can't be afraid. I got to. Part of the addiction and the recovery is facing your faults, facing these fears and getting past them, for the good or bad. That's how this process works. You take the good with the bad and get through it. And but it hit me hard when that happened, to the point where I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I had a full-on breakdown on Wednesday.
That's not good.
Like, I had to leave work because I just couldn't. I couldn't just stay there. And
leaving work's good.
But it was on my way home from work that I really broke down, and I had to pull the car over. And after snotting all over myself and bawling, I look up. I had pulled in front of a weed shop. Yeah, I don't know if I did it on purpose or if it happened to be there. I don't know. I can't say that.
I just don't think it is.
I can't say that. But I didn't go in. I didn't do it. And that's why getting that tag was so important to me this week, because I almost fucking blew it. Like, I was close to blowing it.
But you didn't.
But I didn't.
That's the biggest thing.
And I got past that. Again, I'll have that discussion with them when the time comes. And then what followed that was some frustration. And Brent, you're aware of this, but had made plans for Friday night. And Friday day, like, we made the plans Thursday, and on the Friday, the person I made those plans with was like, it was almost like acted like we never had that conversation at first. And then they didn't follow through. So without beating around the bush on this part, one of my biggest hurdles right now, biggest issues that I've been having is 9 times out of 10, getting together with friends to hang out for anything. I'm the one broaching the topic. I'm broaching the idea. Hey, do you want to come watch a movie? Hey, do you want to hang out, play a game, whatever? Gaming for the Friday night group. Like, I was the ringleader, and that shouldn't be the case. A gaming circle doesn't have a ringleader. You have a GM who might be running the game, sure.
Right.
But there's no ringleader saying, hey, let's get together.
The one issue I feel with the Friday group over the Saturday group, there's no dedicated chat to make communication easier.
And
that's all on one person.
Yeah, because we've beaten, like, all of us have tried to get him to, we even told, like, him just to, make a freaking Facebook thing just so you can have the messenger. You don't have to do anything. Just have the messenger so we have a group chat. We can get everything.
Yeah.
He had Facebook, but he gave up his Facebook page to his daughter years ago.
Weird.
He wanted nothing to do with it, so he let her take it over.
That's cool.
But he refuses to even just get a messenger account, like, because you can do that. You don't have to have a full Facebook profile, but he refuses to even do that. So that is the difficult part, because he's not the most communicative of persons. Because
that puts it nicely.
Texting and whatnot, he's hit and miss on whether he'll respond.
Yeah.
And that's part of these issues. But it came together. And I flat out told him this. I flat out said, I don't want to make all the ideas all the time.
No.
Like, I'm fine with hosting if that's an issue or whatever, but I don't want to have to broach the subject, because now I feel like I'm being selfish having to force you guys to come do anything or whatever. I don't know in my mind, and again, this is just my brain. And I mean, where I'm at, I don't know if people want to be around me. I get it. Present company excluded. I get that. But I can't help but feel that way. And after what happened this week, that really fucking broke me.
Yeah, and the big thing about that is it makes a lot of sense. And I've had those feelings too, because of, like, I can't say I know what you're going through because my depression and the other, but I do see similarities and with mindset on being just the chemical changing and stuff like that in your brain. It is, they're different, but there are a few similarities, and I felt that same way. And it's not easy. It's going to rack your mind, especially with these changes and stuff like that.
I'm going to call you out on something right now, because I have spent years, including you, years, and you still question me sometimes. Years I've been doing this. I've had your back.
Yes, but let me put this out to you. I've been fighting this I've been fighting depression for 25 years, and the big thing is, you know how you have your battles, daily and stuff like that.
I know.
I get that. I've been doing that for a quarter century. I've been trying still. It's still like you have for the rest of your life. You're going to have the battle with your dealing with the marijuana. I'm going to have the battle dealing with people and second guessing. I've gotten a lot better in my mind, but it still does happen.
But it hurts me when you.
I'm sorry
on something. It does hurt me. Okay?
I'm
just
to.
Being honest.
I get that, and I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just trying to let you know where I'm coming through and being honest. So if I say or do something, you know where it's coming from, and it's not directed at you. Like when you were getting upset on Friday, when you talked to me on Friday, and you were saying, "Well, explained it and why it was." I took it as when I didn't know it was that. I took it as you were having with the withdrawal effect and you were just shorter fused. That's what I took it.
No, the withdrawal effect, I'm well past the detoxing. All right. My head is still getting clear. Like it takes a month at least for weed to be fully out of your system.
Yeah. I thought it was 6 weeks. I was wrong then.
Something like that. It's a long time, and I'm well past that. My focus is still a bit of an issue, but I found something that's helping that. Because I started playing Cyberpunk again on PlayStation, and focusing on a game like that has been helping.
Yep.
But the getting together and whatnot, that is something entirely different.
Okay.
It does. I can't help it. It does hurt me when you second guess me. I invite you to something, and are you sure? I wouldn't have offered.
I'll keep on trying to do better with that. It's a constant fight for me. I've gotten a lot better than what I was, but it's still a constant fight because of the depression and the other stuff like that. But also I'm not going to get into the history, but how bad my childhood was with getting verbally beaten and everything else. In elementary school.
You've never delved into that too much with me, so I don't know that part as well. I get it, and but you've never talked about that much, and you don't need to.
No, but that's a part
I don't need to know. I know it happened, and that's
a part where I second guess stuff a lot. Like I've talked with my counselor, and she brought up like that's part of the reason. I'm not saying it's right or whatnot, but it is part of the. Part of it. So
no, not to pile onto you and kick you some more here, but there is something else that you know what? This is a therapy podcast, and its original incarnation,
the original intent.
This is a therapy thing. That's what this show was originally about. You need to slow down on the sexual innuendos and whatnot.
Okay,
all right. It gets to be a little much.
Okay,
and I know when you get around other company, again, not going to say names, but it came out even worse.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just warning you. It's off-putting to people who are new to who don't know you that well.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes very off-putting.
Okay,
so it's something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking about we were sexual innuendos and stuff like that. That old movie we watched. Holy crap!
That's an interesting segue.
Yeah, I wanted to try to
education. He continued his film education with heavy metal.
There it is.
I'm sorry. That's not me.
No, it's fine. It's a logical segue, honestly. To get away, get away from this heartfelt shit.
Yeah, if you've never seen heavy metal, it's a lot to take in.
It was quite
an adult animated film made in '81 when things were you could get away with a little more.
A lot more cocaine.
No, plutonium Nyborg. There was no cocaine in that movie. It was plutonium Nyborg.
Okay. Whatever you got to tell yourself.
Wow, that's good Nyborg, man.
Oh, gosh, yep. I remember that part of those two aliens, yep.
Yeah. God, that movie is just... It for me, it still holds up. I don't know how your honest opinion.
In my honest opinion, it was a good movie. It was quite... The only word I can think of is different.
Oh, yeah.
Quite different. It was... I like how there's a bunch of short stories that all kind of...
Anthology.
Drinking
problem again.
Drinking problem.
Yep.
It was
Ted Stryker.
It was,
Cosplay?
Yeah.
but it was just nuts. Like, it's just, if your first thing that comes out is coming out of the freaking spaceship is a Cadillac coming into Earth's atmosphere. Corvette coming into Earth's atmosphere.
68 Corvette, and it's all done in like cut and paste style animation.
Rotoscope.
Yes. Yeah. And the art style would change between a couple different segments and whatnot.
And I think Love, Death, and Robots was in the same.
Love, Death, and Robots is the spiritual successor. That's legit because David Fincher for years was trying to make another heavy metal film, but he
Just
couldn't
couldn't get
get
the
behind
rights?
it. I don't know if it was a rights thing or whatever. So when he produced Love, Death, and Robots, that was the spiritual successor to heavy metal. And if you watch, and I just recently was watching a few of those episodes again. It is pure heavy metal. So
Well, okay, get ready. Here's where I expose my age.
okay.
One of my next door neighbors when I was a kid, there was a pair of brothers. They would babysit us, and down in the basement, I stumbled across these magazines that. The scene in heavy metal where the guy's like, "Oh, sure is dark in here," and he's got his hands up.
Den.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the light comes up, and he's got his hands on the girl's boobs.
Yeah.
I read that magazine as a kid.
Oh, wow.
It was a legit.
I bought a few heavy metal magazines in the 90s.
Yep.
But that was well past its prime.
Well, here's the thing. They just announced recently that heavy metal is making a print comeback.
Good
So that
print comeback. I thought it was just digital.
print.
Wow.
So-
I'm going to have to look for that.
Yep. I went to the heavy metal website and I bought a bunch of back issues and stuff like this. That got addicting. And I'm just like,
That could be
and expensive. And like I said, I remember going to the mailbox. There's a box like 2 inches thick. And it was like, this has got to stop.
I had, I think, 2 or 3 issues that I had from the 90s era. I'm not sure where I put them at this point. I'm sure I still have them.
Oh,
I
you're
wouldn't have tossed them out.
No, you'll find them.
Did you know heavy metal was actually the second brand off of National Lampoon? Same publishing company.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Huh. Because I got a couple National Lampoon magazines too.
Again, in the 90s, I bought a few of those too.
But no, that movie was something else, like called the anthology.
Yep. And now there is a sequel, Heavy Metal Fact 2, which came out in like 2000 or whatever.
Yep.
But it's entirely different. It's one story.
Yeah, that's Simon Bisley and Julie Strain. He's
Yes.
like, look what I can do.
Yes.
And
Yeah. It was okay, but I've never gone back to it.
yeah, it was not in the same vein as the original, but it still worked as part of it.
The World War II bomber zombie story from heavy metal terrified me as a kid.
Yep. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah. But you liked it?
Oh yeah, I didn't know that little girl in the very beginning was going to be
Well, she's the descendant of the Terrakians.
Yeah, correct.
Spoilers for a 43-year-old movie. She's the descendant.
He hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
So
There are
there's
others out
people
there.
out there
That's true.
probably not listening to this show, but they'll talk to their dads.
And what brought it to mind why I wanted to show it to him this so soon is that I think I retweeted it or whatever. It was somebody did a painted version of Tarn of the Terrakian on her winged bird thing.
Yeah.
And it was a painted edition, and it looked beautiful.
Stop being talented. Making the rest of us look bad.
Yeah.
No, I was worried about that bird when it got freaking the chicken.
Yeah, that whole story. The bird gets hit once. You go, oh, the bird's dead. Then it pops up again. Oh, it's dead now. It pops up again. It survives to the end.
Tough.
Yeah, because I was there going, it took a freaking harpoon right to the throat. So I was like,
Harpoon to the throat. Then that buzzsaw dude whacked it in the head.
Yeah.
And it had the chunk out of its wing. And
just can't keep a good one down.
Nope. A Terrakian bird, man.
Right.
I just wondered where the tracking bird came from at the very end.
tracking bird mommy's belly.
Exactly. Do we need to have that talk with you?
Oh boy. On a very special episode of the Three Noes Podcast. You see, Brent, when a mommy and a daddy like each other, they share a special hug.
Share a special hug.
Well, that's the simplest way. The more you know.
No, that just brought back the one from Jeff Dunham. He goes, with Aquaman, when a man and a goat love each other very much. I was like...
That's something entirely different. Again, no shaming. No shaming.
Wow. Backpedaling.
Hey, what?
Nothing.
Because that was quite an interesting in that I was like, yeah, because when I saw the Corvette going down, I'm like, okay, and then
so
good times.
And next topic, want to talk about wrestling?
Sure.
And the whatever the fuck's going on with the Bloodline storyline.
Oh,
I really don't have much interest in, but my god damn it, people just keep going and going.
They added a new person to the Bloodline 2.0, or as I like to call it, Bloodline Timu.
Yep.
Big Bronson Reed.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder who's going to be the fifth member.
Right.
Of the other
Like I said, it's so apparent now.
even though originally he said no.
Seth Rollins has been adamant. Anybody that keeps asking him, they can go fuck right off.
Yeah.
So, like, basically, he told Sami Zayn, he's like, no, fuck you. I'm done.
Yeah.
So,
Sammy's approaching all sorts of people.
yeah.
But I saw a clip and I thought, what seed are they planting there? Did you see the clip of Roman when he tried to call the wise man?
Yes.
And the number's not in service?
Yeah. Well, he had to get a new phone.
He did.
Some people did point that out. But
Solo stomped on his phone.
I don't know if it was before or after that, but there was a clip of Roman and them watching Solo's promo from the back.
Okay.
And Sammy's standing behind everyone else. And as it's starting, Sammy pulls his phone out and tosses it on the couch. Obviously. Like, everybody saw it. And everybody's wondering, like, what's that all about?
No, it'd be rude to be on your phone while listening to a promo.
They thought maybe he'd switched phones or something. That's one theory I saw. Or did he have Paul Heyman's phone?
Paul wouldn't. How would Sammy get Paul's phone?
Good question. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
But to me, like, and this is what people are saying. Is this like a sign that Sammy's going to turn on them? Like,
is Sammy going to turn on him?
Yeah. Is Sammy going to turn on Roman? After everything they put him through, is he really just leaning him, getting close so that he can then take him out?
Snap the trap shut?
Something like that. Him and Owens.
Ooh.
And maybe
I don't see how Owens would be able to get close to that situation.
He doesn't want to.
No, he doesn't want to be anywhere near it.
Right. But if him and Sammy are working this and he keeps saying, I don't want to be there, and then when Sammy turns, Owens is there to help the beatdown or whatever. There's also signs apparently that Jay could be just playing along.
So many threads.
Yeah.
So many threads.
Now, this is all his fantasy booking online,
right.
Whatnot, but potential's there. And it does make it a little more interesting to me in that if that is the case. I have very little investment in this story.
So who would be the best possible fifth man? Seth Rollins is obviously the choice because of his program with Bronson Reed.
Yes.
But you have multiple. Like, the only way Seth Rollins gets into this is if Bronson Reed shows up at his house and he beats up Becky. There's no logical way.
Their kid.
Right.
Oh. We want injury, not death.
We did watch Snitsky punt a baby.
Yeah.
Air quote
that was
baby.
A long time ago. Different era.
It was the Attitude Era, but those lines are starting to blur again.
A little bit. So
maybe you do have Bronson Reed tsunami
Yeah.
Seth and Becky's baby's carriage or something like that. I don't even know how old the kid is.
I'm not sure either. I think she's she's not in a
No, she's like 4 or 5 now.
She can take a bump. She's fine.
Yeah, a tsunami.
She's
Yeah,
been training her whole life for
Right,
this.
right. She's taking bumps in the womb.
But one thing that did get pointed out is Bronson and Jacob together as a tag team.
Hell yeah.
That's going to murder people.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. Giant Polynesian dudes beating the piss out of them. Samoan SWAT team, anybody?
Oh, yeah.
Samoan SWAT team 2.0?
Yes. But is Bronson Reed Samoan?
No, he's Australian.
I was gonna say,
he's not Samoan.
so he shouldn't be. So he's not officially in the bloodline.
Polynesian.
He's Polynesian. They did just sign another Anoa'i, though.
And we don't know which direction he's going to
Lance,
lean.
I think his name.
Lance Inouye.
Yeah.
So eventually, it's going to be the. It's going to be the. SmackDown's just going to be the Uso down.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be all
Oos all the time.
Oos all the time. Yeah. Especially when the sisters come in.
Yeah, if we ever see them.
Yeah, it depends on how good they are. They're training at the Performance Center is advancing.
Yeah. I watched some of NXT. I saw the 10 women from 2 weeks ago there.
Okay. The ECW show?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that match. But this week, Julia and Vakur took on that Lash Legend and Jakar, whatever her name is. And first of all, that Lash Legend, she was throwing them around like a big wrestler should.
Yeah.
But once they turned on the Jets, holy fuck. Julia and Vakur just murder people.
Yeah.
And now they're both in that Iron Survivor challenge coming up.
What's that about?
It's
its own thing, but the winner, the final winner of the Iron Survivor match does get a title shot.
Okay.
But there's a qualifier. I think it's 5. It's a 5-person match, but it's got these weird rules where if you get pinned, you're out of the match for like 90 seconds or something.
Oh, penalty box match.
Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
It's some variation on. Michaels came up with it like 2 years ago, and it's been pretty popular. And they're both going to end up being in it probably.
Yeah.
They both have to qualify. Come on now.
Qualify.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Stephanie Vacker. I just signed a great big contract. You're in.
But who wins it, though? Vacker got the pin on Roxanne.
Cora Jade. all the hype of all these people coming in, and you don't even push them.
Oof. That's possible. Unfortunately, highly doubtful.
That is old WWE right there. Hey, you're an indie darling. We're going to cut that right out of everybody's thoughts.
Vince will be back soon. So
yeah,
what?
Yeah, Vince will be back soon.
He's got his own. He's doing his own thing.
Is he?
Yeah, he's supposedly starting an entertainment company.
Okay.
Outside of wrestling.
Okay.
So it'd be like movies or like some sort of production house, or music or something like that. So he's always wanted to do something away from the wrestling business. Yeah, he hates wrestling.
Every time he did, though, in the past, it didn't usually work out well.
XFL ring a bell?
XFL, the bodybuilding.
Anything else. XFL times 2.
WWE films in general.
See No Evil wasn't that bad.
They had a few decent ones back in the day, but after that.
The Marine.
The first one was awesome.
Sure.
I like the first one.
Yeah.
Well, how many do they have of those now?
6?
I want to say 6. Yeah, at least 6.
This microphone stand is in the way.
Yeah, because I thought they have so many of them now.
And now they announced the Women's U.S. Championship.
Yeah.
And
which really bothers me the way they have this set up.
Why?
The preliminary matches are 3-way dances.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So you have your bunch of, because they have so many people on the roster, they got to put all these women in 3-way dances, which tends to be a fucking clusterfuck at the best of times. Mm-hmm. And then you got to pick who you like the best out of all of these and then they break down to singles matches.
I saw a post where it was like how much time, TV time, women got on wrestling programming last week.
Yes.
And it was like 5% here, 5% there, and then NXT was over 50%.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about, I saw this on Reddit talking about the women's matches. Women's matches opened and closed every show that the WWE put out this week.
Nice.
So they're leaning into their women's division.
They need to.
Yeah.
They've been vastly underexposed lately. And that's why people are having trouble getting invested in any of those storylines because they're not seeing them enough.
No. But they have so many people on their roster. You can only put so many people on TV.
Is it time for them to do a women's only program? Like Netflix, on Netflix maybe? Would they do a women's Wednesday kind of thing?
Well, it really depends on who wants to foot that bill.
Yeah.
Because AEW, I think it was Mercedes Moné who talked about that. It's like it's about time we had a women's only show. And it's like, you're in the wrong company to do something like that.
They got a hefty roster too,
but they don't have the talent.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah. Look at that champion who thinks she's one of the best of all time, and she's not even close.
Exactly.
Which one?
She's so delusional. Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, that's the one I thought.
She is incredibly delusional. Her work lately has been subpar. She's had one decent match that I've seen, and that was the New Japan one with Willow. Was decent, but
yeah,
but her AEW stuff has been meh. Like she's not delivering nearly, but she thinks she is.
Well, that's because somebody whose name rhymes with Tony Khan, who cut a big check for her, is like, you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and like, I've got millions of dollars invested in you, and I need to push you.
Yeah. Yep.
Whereas you have Julia Hart come back. That promo, series of promos.
Yes.
From Julia Hart coming back.
Yeah.
Fantastically produced stuff.
Yes, that latest one where she gets the phone call from Brody.
Wakes up from the nightmare.
Yep.
Yeah. Time to come home. Jamie Hayter. She's coming back.
Yep.
Well, she's back, but she's
Again.
starting at the bottom and working her way. Like Timeless Tony Storm. This girl,
they're now dropping these "Where is Tony" and all that stuff.
Because she's outshining everybody else by not even being there.
Yep.
She did a movie or something. It's a biopic of a women's wrestler from way back in the day, and they tapped Tony to play a character like a woman from back then because her gimmick fits it.
Yeah.
She's already in character for that era.
Oh dear God! The only thing is here's my thought on that is. I'm not trying to say the other person that's due to be the lead in that doesn't have the acting chops, but with all the practice and how well Tony has been doing the old school stuff, will she outshine the lead?
Yes.
Good question. Most likely.
6 Marine movies.
6.
You were right.
Okay.
No, that was just what I had to bring up with the tone because the little that I've seen, she nails it on the head.
Yep.
It's just
her promo work is unmatched right now.
Oh, it's amazing, and I'm so happy for her because she's getting what she deserves for all the hard work she puts in. Because the Fed didn't use her properly. Now she got her own creative freedom, and she's running with it and building her own brand.
Yeah, and that's why she didn't get over in the Fed because nobody is bigger than the company.
Yeah. Yep.
That's always been the way, and. When she created the Timeless Tony Storm gimmick, nobody saw that coming.
No.
And everybody's like, what is this?
Yeah,
and everybody's going, this is fantastic.
Yeah, her first couple promos, I'm like,
huh?
She's fucking crazy.
Right.
And then I'm like, no, she's a genius.
Well, they say genius and insanity is the only difference is the measure of success.
Yep.
I so would love to see her and Juice interact in some way just to see how Juice would play off of it.
Oh dear God.
Because Juice is a nut bar.
Yeah.
Oh dear God,
his current gimmick with the Bullet Club Gold is he's a nut bar.
Yeah.
Well, just think of those two go. And the big thing is with that is give them a clean slate. Just let them play. You could get some gold. depending on how it
I
goes.
don't think they want to work together too much, but just
No.
give them one interaction.
Sure.
Just one.
Passing in the back or
She's
something.
cutting a promo. He walks by and reacts to it or something.
She's cutting the promo. And the scene's in black and white. Juice walks by, and he's in like gold and black. He's just like, "Hey, it's my gimmick."
She beats the crap out of him.
Watch for the
For
shoe.
the shoe and hits him in the head.
Oh dear.
Well, speaking of the women, Mina Shirakawa is back in AEW for a tour.
Yes,
And one of the ones, she's like, "Where's Kari? I want to wrestle Kari." And I'm just like, "Wrong company, babe."
Did she do that on purpose?
Probably.
Like poking jabs kind of
Yeah.
thing?
Oh,
But I'm just like, I would love to see Mina and Kari.
oh
hook
dear
it
God,
up.
that would go.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Get
Did
those.
did they ever go at it in Stardom?
Kari, I'm not sure, but EO more than likely.
I would like to actually see. I gotta find some Stardom stuff because I'd like to see how those. Because I've heard that stuff's pretty good.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's... yeah. They had to do it right over there.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure. And I said, if you really want it, women's Japanese, it's All Japan Women's.
Oh.
That's the stuff.
Look, there's a lot of clips of like Asia Kong.
Aja Kong, Awesome Kong.
Awesome Kong was. I thought she retired now.
No, this was way back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Manami Toyota,
Yes, that's
Kyoko Inoue, Akira Hokuto. Just like the women's roster and All Japan Women's was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you think a lot of these young guys are like, "Hey, look, check these innovative moves out." Dude, you're decades behind what happened.
Those women were wrestling strong style before strong style was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they would mix in like innovative wrestling, like moves and stuff like this. Like Danger Boy was trying to steal a move from Chaparita Asari, this guy Twister Press, and he was getting it, but she's also maybe like 4 foot tall, 98 pounds,
Half his size.
But she would do the Sky Twister Press, and he's like, "How is you not dying? And like, how are you not killing that other person that you're landing?" It's an amazing move. And Danger Boy I can do that. And I was like, more power to you, bro. So, but it's like, if you want innovation, that's where it started.
They were.
It shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's. I want to. See, the one thing I want to see is I want to see more of Asuka.
Well, she's still out.
I know, but the other the damage control. I want to see I don't want to see the damage control break up, but I want to see those girls facing each other and just being able to let loose to see the true what the Japanese style was.
I don't think they would let them go full tilt.
No.
But not to say that Io versus Kari wouldn't be awesome.
Oh, it'd be definitely
And
awesome.
Io has a title shot against Nia.
Yes.
Coming up.
Yes.
But she's not winning it.
What?
No, Tiffy's going to cash in somewhere along that line.
Tom had a really cool idea, and I added to it. He thinks that like Tiffy, without even using the briefcase, should just get pissed off at Nia and say, you don't want to fight me, then just fight me.
You're scared?
Yeah. So Tiffy calls out Nia to her face. There
has to be more to it.
But my adding to that was, so Tiffy gets in her face. Nia agrees. So they have the match. Nia beats her. Tiffy gets mad, beats the crap out of her with the briefcase after the match. Cashes in and wins right after that. Nobody that's never been played like that before. It'd be new.
No, but that would... Could you get away with it, though?
Yes, I think Tiffy could pull that off, and then Tiffy holds it for a while. Tiffy's got to have that title, or if she doesn't win it beforehand, she's winning it at Mania because it's in Vegas in her hometown.
Right.
But I think she should go into Vegas with the title.
With the championship?
Yes. Now who?
My
at that point, I don't know.
I would say, like you really load the deck up in Tiffy's. You have her win the Rumble, as well as have.
See, there's too many other options that I'd want to win.
I totally get that, but everybody's so focused and drilled in on this. Like Tiffy is going to screw over Nia, so You have it where Tiffy wins the Rumble. She gets her shot. She takes her shot. She loses. Then you turn right around.
She has to use the briefcase by Mania, though. Pretty sure that's the rule. It has to be used by Mania. So she has to use it before then.
Survivor Series.
That's this week. Or like next week. Like, that's coming up.
Well, fuck.
And that's Io versus Nia.
Yeah.
So she could cash in after that.
I still would have liked to seen her cash in at Crown Jewel and get both titles.
She wouldn't get both titles.
No, that wasn't going to happen.
You only have to pick one title. You can't get both of them in that kind of
No, but he's talking about Tiffy wins, and then all of a sudden she also gets the armor belt.
Tiffy 2 titles.
Tiffy 2 titles.
She posted that. Like Tiffy.
Yeah.
I think that was in reference to the U.S. women's title, though.
Yes.
But still, Tiffy 2 titles.
Speaking of which, you and a fucking causing a rift.
Rift. No, we're not there. She's not there yet. She took it in stride, I think. She liked my response. Okay,
but there's no other option.
Anytime any posting online about the U.S. Women's Title, I am commenting #Chelsea for U.S. Champ.
Yes,
And
Piper Niven
posted in there that she wanted it. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, but #Chelsea for U.S. Champ.
And
You'll get your turn eventually. And Piper responded with a meme of two guys like give me like the side eye kind of look,
right? And
I'm like, you'll get your turn, and she liked it, so I think it's okay.
But that's the only option on Twitter, which is like she acknowledged it.
Yeah, I know.
So she did that to your tweet.
Yes, she gave me a finger. I don't know which one she held up.
Right, the only one she could.
But Maya Yim or Michin, I keep posting under hers because she keeps. Every day, she's like, I want that title. She's posting like, it's going to be mine. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but no. #Chelsea for U.S.
You're hoping that they go through with it?
Chelsea, just Chelsea. Chelsea deserves to win that title.
You deserve it.
Yes.
Okay, the people that chant that to somebody is the person that doesn't deserve it the most.
Chelsea does, though.
Chelsea is good enough without that.
Booker T likened her to The Miz. And
Booker T is the high water mark of who's good in wrestling?
But no, because I didn't finish. He likened her to The Miz, and that is the perfect analogy. Because, if Chelsea Green becomes the female Miz of the WWE, is that a bad thing? No, because she's that good at what she does.
I agree she is good. She's phenomenal.
So
The Miz, I believe that's a step down for Chelsea.
Where Chelsea's at in her career, though.
Yeah.
She's equal to where Miz was at this point. She's got room to build still.
She's more than the Miz. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, but she's got to build to it. And the U.S. title, being the first U.S. champion, gives her that credibility, gives her that bragging right.
Okay, all right. I see where you're going with this, Jay. Okay. Are we going to get a Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty moment with Piper and Chelsea?
Yes, definitely. Definitely will happen. That will happen eventually. Yes, I agree that they're phenomenal together. Yes, but nobody lasts forever, except not even the New Day, as we're seeing. 10 years of the New Day, and we're seeing cracks now. So nobody lasts forever.
Wrong.
Okay.
Who's the one wrestler ever to never heel turn?
Rey Mysterio?
Wrong.
No?
Nope. Because in WCW, at least.
Oh.
I don't know.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat has never had a heel run or turn.
One off. Okay. He is one of one. And that's fine. But nobody else can do that now.
Sure they can. They can.
And not
Cena went a super long time.
And
he never really heel turned.
After his initial run, yes.
Right.
But how many people hated him for it?
Doesn't matter.
He was still selling tickets.
Right.
Yes, I get that. But I don't see that working. I don't. I can't see that kind of longevity. And you know, just to look at the other side of that, fucking DIY. I was gonna say
Again,
DUI.
I saw that. It was like
they Ciampa turning on Gargano already. Like they just got back together yesterday. Fuck off. Like it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah, well-
now, if they switch it up and Gargano ends up joining him and they both go heel, sure, that would be good. I'm fine with that. But I don't see it happening because Gargano is too much of a legit babyface.
I was going to say, hold on a second. Okay.
People like Johnny too much.
Okay, this is a guy who has not a single facial expression to his name. So how can
But
you?
people love him. I
don't understand why.
Neither do I. Like he's decent in the ring, yes, but I don't understand that.
Yeah.
But people don't want to hate Johnny Gargano.
I do.
I can't say I hate him. I just he needs more. He needs Ciampa.
Yeah, Ciampa doesn't need him.
Yeah, basically.
So
although
fuck you.
Their match in the Cruiserweight Classic all those years ago was a great match.
Sure.
But yeah. But,
indie darlings, they love them.
But they don't need to break them up again already. Like fuck off.
Because they've got nothing behind them.
Yeah, they were starting to get their group from NXT The Way or something.
Yeah,
starting to do that, and then they did nothing with it.
Right. There's nothing there. They
lost
can't.
One of their members.
They can't figure out what to do with DIY.
Yeah,
do you know why? Because FTR is in a different company.
Yeah, that's true.
What, those who used to always go
their feud in NXT is legendary.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what you do. Put them back down into NXT where they can shine.
Sure.
Get FTR.
Very possible.
Right. And put them back in NXT where they can shine.
Because FTR they're still up there, but they're not in the title contention right now.
I don't think so.
And I think they're now feuding with House of Black because Brody choked out Dax recently.
That'd be a fun feud.
Yeah. Yep. Malachi Black is not leaving wrestling for his chicken circus or whatever it was that.
What?
Malachi Black and Adam Cole had a match. Now they have history from NXT days and whatnot. So at the end of it, they shook hands or hugged or something. Like there was some respect because they are good friends. And everybody thought, oh, this seems like he's leaving. Malachi Black's leaving. He's not going back to Fed. Is he leaving wrestling? Brody King posts, no, he's not leaving wrestling. He is leaving wrestling to open a chicken circus or something silly like that. And some people believed him.
Yeah, I could believe. Yeah.
But no, he's still there. He's not leaving. They're starting to use them again.
Yeah. So, okay. DIY, they don't fit in the main roster.
No.
Put them back down to NXT. They can be the big fish in the small pond where they need to be.
And help bring people up because they can help get people better in the ring.
Okay. Speaking of Survivor Series, you told me to hold on to an idea because we were talking about Survivor Series matches.
Okay.
And somebody on Twitter said, who's your perfect Survivor Series team? And I posted a team, and you went, podcast material.
Yeah, I need to refresh myself.
Refresh.
I saved it.
Yeah. So
you need a quick refresher.
My babyface team.
Yeah.
I do remember this. Would be Mitsuharu Misawa, Kenta Kobashi, Gary Albright, Roddy Piper, and Scott Flash Norton.
That's a good team.
Yeah.
That's a really good team.
The heel team that they would go. I had to think about this one. Tenryu, Bruiser Brody, Dr. Death, Steve Williams, Terry Gordy, and
Kawada?
No. Yes, Kawada.
They're going to kill people. You're going to kill people.
I know. That's great.
How do you find your saved posts in Twitter? I don't know how to find
By
them.
looking at the saved posts.
I don't know where to find saved posts.
I was gonna say when I hadn't heard Kawada, I was getting a little worried. I'm like, did you lose your love for him?
It's where is it?
Yeah, because I was like, did you lose your love for them?
No, it's not that. It's just a dearth of choices and bookmarks, bro.
Where is that?
Go to your profile.
Oh, bookmarks. Okay, here it is.
Go to profile.
Yep.
Right there, like that.
Yeah, I got it. I
You got it?
now.
Where it says bookmarks.
But I did not bookmark that post. God damn it.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot about I had that one saved.
So like, hello there.
From Jennifer's Body.
I've never watched it.
Really?
And I was told recently that I really should because of who made it, made the substance. I think it's the same person.
Yep.
So
Jennifer's Body, I think it had a 1 or 2 run at Highland recently.
Oh, yeah? Really?
I'm just like, shit.
Well, it fits for the Halloween era.
I
so.
forgot that they had a screening of it. And I was like, oh, yeah. And it was like,
I love how the Highland has embraced the classic movie.
Hell yeah.
Instead of doing it once a month now, it's like every day of the month kind of thing. They show the art house stuff during the day, and then they show classic stuff. So more options to try and go see stuff like that. So
did you... What do you think of my babyface team, heel team?
That again, the heel team's going to murder people.
Oh, and the babyface team isn't?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Scott Flash Norton is a babyface?
Yeah.
Really?
He's babyface. Well, okay. It is Japan, so it's...
Okay. All right.
Kind of like, it really all depends on what side of the bed he woke up on.
I would have to think on that more.
What do you think of the introduction of Roddy Piper into that mix?
That's an interesting pick on the babyface side, but you got to have somebody who knows how to fuck with people,
right?
You know, get them off their game,
right?
You know,
Piper's the GOAT.
Yes, he is.
So
yes, he is. Tom actually thought that I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and we're all out of bubblegum. Tom thought that was from Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Nope.
I know. I had to correct him.
Yep.
I did catch a little bit on the WWE Network, their Ultimate show, and they were making their Ultimate Survivor Series teams.
Yeah.
And they had the nerve to put Cody up there and not Dusty.
Yep.
Oh,
like what the fuck are they thinking?
Cody
and not just Survivor Series, War Games.
Cody, Dusty, Dustin, Arn Anderson. Or say Cody or Dusty's dead, so we'll make the ultimate team. Okay.
Okay.
Cody, Dusty, Goldust, Nikita Koloff, and Magnum TA.
See, I never saw enough of Magnum TA back in the day. I know he was considered like his injury is one of the most tragic for the wrestling industry.
Yeah, him. Magnum TA and his series of matches with Tully Blanchard.
Yes, that's the feud that I heard about.
Classic.
What happened to him?
He wrapped a car around a telephone pole
and destroyed his leg.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like without a doubt at the top of his game. He was peak, and he was hotter than on Supernova. Yep. And he wrecked his car. And he was like, "Oh, hey, you're lucky to be alive." And he's like, "Yes,
yeah."
So much for your wrestling career."
That is one of the biggest what ifs, kind of wrestling, because he could have been the biggest.
Yeah, he as big as Sting was at peak Sting. That was where Magnum TA stopped. So he was going to be bigger than everybody. Because he looked like Tom Selleck. He was tall. He was jacked. He was handsome. He was over. He was like, guys wanted to be him. Women wanted to be with him. That kind of guy. Yep. And it all, just like that, went away.
Yeah. Tragic.
Okay,
so you got that team for War Games.
Yes.
On the heel side... Well, you definitely got to have some of the horsemen in there.
Oh, yeah.
That goes without saying. But, okay, so Arn, Tully? Would Tully be in there? Or
yes.
Okay. Flair?
Yes.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Now, do you continue with horsemen and put in, Wyndham?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Who's their fifth? You don't want Luger in there.
No,
You don't?
definitely don't.
You don't want that that skilled wrestler?
That fucking hurt.
So who would you put for a fifth with the Horsemen? Who could work with the Horsemen?
You could put. Well, you don't want any of the 4 horsemen to take the pin, so you're going to have to do one for one match. JJ Dillon, he takes the pin, gets fucking destroyed because remember, War Games was a series of matches.
Really?
Yes, it was like the summertime, or one of those things where they would tour War Games around.
Really?
Yeah, because at one point, the inaugural War Games was Dusty's team versus the Horsemen of J.J. Dillon. Dusty's team had the Road Warriors.
Oh, God.
Oh.
So Paul Ellering, it was Dusty, Nikita, the Road Warriors, and Paul Ellering.
And he was jacked back in the
He was jacked back in the day, too, against the 4 Horsemen and J.J. Dillon.
Okay, that makes the perfect sense.
It
Yep.
writes itself. Everybody's in the ring. War Games now begins. So now somebody has to surrender for the match to end. Somehow, some way, the Road Warriors got their shoulder pads into the cage with the spikes.
Oh, nice.
So they take one of the spikes off one of the shoulder pads, they get J.J. Dillon, and they proceed to try to fucking murder J.J. Dillon with one of these spikes. J.J. instantly surrenders.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So that match ends. J.J. Dillon's like, fuck match 2. I am not doing that. Big Bubba Rogers takes the place of James J. Dillon.
You would know him as the
Big Boss Man.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And Big Boss Man, if you don't know, was highly underrated.
Oh, big time.
As a big Brit.
Big time. So now they fucking flip the script and the bad guys get a hold of Ellering. And they proceed to commit murder on Ellering.
Take up
Paul
manager.
Ellering.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, the weak link, if you will.
If you will. Next match. Paul Ellering's like, fuck that noise. I believe they bring in Luger
Oh, God.
on Dusty's team.
Was this Luger after Horseman? Because Luger was originally brought in as a Horseman, right?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Luger turned on Dusty to join the Horsemen at one point in time.
Okay.
So somewhere in the convoluted storylines of Lex Luger, he was babyface before joining the Horsemen, and then, anyways,
Okay.
yeah, it was a series of matches. It wasn't a one and done.
Oh, see, I'd never heard that.
Yep.
I caught a promo, again, that History of Wrestling channel on Twitter, put up a promo of Cornette and the Heavenly Bodies.
Yes.
And they were pushing for something. It was a 4-day run with the Rock and Roll Express.
Mm-hmm.
And like the matches were going to get worse as they went.
Yep.
Every day in different towns too.
Oh, yeah.
So they're beating the shit out of each other.
Yep.
And then traveling to another
Yeah,
town.
the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia.
I think they were going to have like a bull rope match at some point or something.
Did they have? Was that one of the Skywalker matches?
I don't think
the scaffold
Skywalker
match?
was in that one.
No?
No, they didn't mention that one in there. But Cornette like threw a few of them out while he was ranting, and like they're just like a death match was going to be in one.
Oh, spin the wheel?
No, there was no spinning the wheel. Just 4 days, and each match was going to
Just
get worse.
progressively worse. I can believe
Like the
that.
3 stages of hell back in the day in WWE kind of thing. But
Yeah.
that was one night. This is over 4 days.
That's not bad. That's a good payday.
Well, yeah, back in those days, absolutely. Because they were selling out everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Those crowds were so hot.
There was somebody sent me a link on Facebook. It was Stan Hansen versus Carlos Colon in Puerto Rico.
Ooh.
Stan is like, you know what? I know you're Carlos Colon. I know this is Puerto Rico. I'm probably going to get stabbed, but I'm going to beat the living shit. So Stan the Lariat Hansen proceeds to whip the living shit out of Carlos Colon in front of a very biased crowd.
Oh, yeah.
And
notoriously biased.
Notoriously violent and biased crowd. And wow, Stan, they just beat the living piss out of Carlos Colon. And there was interference from, I can't remember who it was, helping Stan. And when Stan hit the lariat, I'm just like, whew. And Stan gets the pin. He wins the World Wrestling Council title in Puerto Rico. And he's going to walk to the back. And the notoriously biased and violent crowd of Puerto Ricans parted like the Red Sea because Stan now had the belt and his bull rope with him, and he's walking to the back, and he's going to murder anybody that steps in front of him.
I used to picture Bruiser Brody when he would come out swinging that
Swinging
chain.
the chain.
The crowd just runs.
Yep, the Funk Death March was another good one.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
I haven't seen clips of that one.
Oh, it's Terry Funk, like in Japan, where there's a lot of stuff where you can get away with a lot of shit. Get his ass beat by Abdullah the Butcher, whoever. He's staggering around, bleeding all over the place, bumping into the crowd, and he's staggering and he's swinging at everybody that's in the crowd, and they are just running for their lives. So
come to a wrestling show. You might get hit.
That's right.
Bring your kids.
Fun for the whole family. $15 gets you the whole seat, but you won't need it because it'll be gone.
Was the one where with Funk, was it Funk and somebody else when they asked for a chair and then everybody started throwing the chairs in?
That was ECW.
That was ECW.
Yep.
Was it Funk though in that?
It was Funk.
Dreamer?
It was Funk and Cactus versus Johnny Grunge and
Rocco Rock.
Rocco Rock.
Public Enemy.
Yep, Public Enemy. Because Funk asked for a chair and everybody started throwing chairs in. And I remember Rocco Rock erupted out of this mountain of chairs and was pissed, and he was throwing chairs back into the crowd. And Paul E comes running out with like, stop!
Well, that ECW crowd back in the day, you talk about notorious and violent, like they were fucking nuts.
Oh, it was so fun. It was so fun.
I love Foley's story about the frying pan.
Yep, that's what I was about to go to, where he thought it was going to be a simple frying pan. No, it was cast iron.
Yep.
That dollar store got emptied out every week.
I was at ECW Arena for the very first pay-per-view.
Remember you telling me.
And that place was fucking bonkers. Yeah. It was so fun. And I've never been in a crowd like that ever again. And I don't think you can't capture what ECW had.
No.
And it was just
seeing
so much fun.
Seeing that sort of thing is why, I really hope that D'Amore gets his thing going on a regular basis, because I would love to become a regular there. Like, I would love to get into that.
I haven't heard.
The only thing I heard about D'Amore is apparently he had meetings with the Fed. He was seen somewhere in the WWE recently.
Well, they do. The WWE started that WWE ID thing.
Yes.
And maybe Border City might be part of that.
Or at least using it for scouting, something like that.
Scouting purposes, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, Scott would have, like, an inside track on Canadian promotions and stuff like that. So he would be able to, like, hey, I know this guy, and he says this guy's good. So Scott would be able to send scouts out.
Okay.
And
hey,
Scott, if you're looking for a scout who knows this shit, I got time. I got time on my hands.
There you go. Hey.
Might have to clean up the resume a little bit, but that wouldn't be a bad gig.
No,
not
at all, right? What you want to? I gotta go watch wrestling.
I gotta go watch wrestling and critique all these indie nerds as they're doing 1 million destroyers. It's like, oh, you look great, kid, but you only did 5 destroyers? Fuck. Yeah.
Nope.
Sorry. Nope.
We got a minimum 6.
That's right.
Minimum 6.
You did 7? Oh, I said 6.
So the pile driver that Owens gave Orton
Was
and
the
that they're-
safest fucking thing.
but they're selling it
Right.
Yep. And then they kind of blew because there is no such thing as kayfabe anymore. Because Owens got a new car.
Lamborghini.
It's like, oops.
Owens got a new car, and there is pictures of him showing it off to Orton, the guy he just killed.
Is there a date stamp? Maybe they were still friends at that point in time.
Oh, good call. I don't know about that.
We don't know exactly when.
When were those pictures taken?
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a nerd somewhere like, I know exactly when it was. So
Most likely, yes.
it was the day that he gave him the pile driver. So technically they were still friends. Earlier, like Randy, like, hey, cool car, bro. Owen's like,
That's why he did it. Orton touched the car.
there is pictures. It shows Randy putting his hands on,
Yep.
looking in.
He touched the car. That's why he did it.
Hands off the car, bro.
Yes. Did you realize how much this car cost me?
Right. And then, this is fantastic. Dovetailing to the Kevin Owens Lamborghini story. Cody Rhodes, did you hear? Was talking shit about Kevin.
No.
About the car that he's driving.
Really?
Really. And Owens goes, I'm getting bullied over the car that I'm driving. You own a tour bus.
Yes.
Which
With
is
your face on it.
right. It's like 5 times more expensive than my car. Yeah. Why am I getting bullied over my car?
Once again, Owens is not wrong.
No. Cody's a heel. Nobody understands this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Steph, sort your shit out.
Yeah.
She's not here to defend herself.
No, she had to go back home.
Yep.
But she should be back
Next
in a couple of weeks. I think she said she's heading back. So you got a couple of weeks to get your fucking I's dotted and your T's crossed before she's sitting back there, and we're like, hey, you do what you got to do to Brent.
Yep.
So
yeah, be warned.
you being wrong.
Yeah, so for future episodes, if you hear, ow, that would be her slapping me upside the head.
It'll be more than one.
I know, I'm just saying, so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming.
Yep. So who's your Survivor Series team?
That's tough. I have a different perspective because I didn't get to see a lot of the older guys that you mentioned, right?
Okay.
So I don't know.
Go modern then.
Well, I got to go with the obvious answer with Superman John Cena.
Okay.
Because
on your heel team or babyface?
on the babyface, on the babyface,
Okay.
Because it's Cena. You know he ain't losing. That's just that. I would put him with Steamboat.
Ooh, okay. Oh, you're going ultra babyface.
Going ultra babyface.
Okay.
Ultra babyface. Well, at least with those two.
Yeah.
From there, let's see.
Wild card. Who's your wild card?
Who's the wild card? Austin.
Ooh, okay.
Stunning Steve.
Oh.
When he could still move.
Okay.
When he can still move, yeah.
Well, okay.
Hollywood blonde, stunning.
No, let's go. Actually, no, let's change that. It would be Stone Cold before the pile driver.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so you're just trying to sell as much merch as humanly possible.
That too.
Okay.
That too. The Rock will be on the other side. So,
Oh, you're saying The Rock's a heel?
The Rock will be a heel in this case.
Okay.
You know, he is the final boss. Fuck, I hate that.
Oh, just focus.
So, yeah, Austin would join them in there.
Okay.
Just for the merch sales.
Well, you got to put Punk and Larry in there as well.
Oh, Larry.
no.
I've been hearing something about Larry selling merch now.
Yes, he has sold. He's in the top 3 or something like that. Like he's out.
It's a ridiculous amount of merch. A fucking dog that has maybe 30 seconds of screen time.
The fucking beaded bracelet.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But hey, make that money. You know, you can't fault the hustle.
No.
I'm not buying it, but you can't fault the hustle.
Somebody is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You think?
There's a lot of people that is.
You're going to hate this choice. You're going to absolutely hate it, but I like the guy's work. I'm going Omega. I'm putting Omega in there. I like his work.
Okay, so Cena, Stone Cold.
You know what? No, scratch that. Omega's on the heel side.
Ooh.
Heel cleaner Omega
On the heel side?
on the heel side.
Okay.
Okay, along with The Rock.
So, Cena, Steamboat, Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. God, a part of me wants. No, I'm not going to put him in there. No, I can't use him. Andre.
Ooh. Ooh.
Andre.
Okay.
Andre just to yeet people around the ring. just for him to get tossing people around.
Yep.
Andre from the 70s.
Ooh. Mobile, dangerous Andre.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Prime Andre.
Prime Andre. And then let's see.
One more.
One more.
Hogan.
You know what? I want Dusty in there.
Dusty?
I want Dusty in there. I considered Hogan for a second, but nah. I want Dusty in there.
Okay, who's your heel team?
And you know what? And Dusty's the captain.
Ooh.
Dusty's the captain, bringing them all together. He stepped through that time portal. Here we are. We're back to Time Machine Wrestling.
You had to have.
Yes.
Because you got Andre the Giant.
That's I remember that as an idea I had back in the day. The Time Machine Wrestling.
Realistically,
Yeah.
episode 15, or the one that I talked about, is the first mention of Time Machine Wrestling.
Oh, really?
Really.
Oh, cool. Maybe we should revisit this.
We'll put a pin in it. We'll workshop it.
Okay.
All right, heel team.
Heel team. I got the Rock,
Cleaner.
the Cleaner Omega, and the Rock.
And the Rock. Final Boss Rock.
Final
Or
no.
Hollywood
People's
Rock?
Champ.
People's Champ, the Rock.
Okay. Corporate Champ.
Yes.
Corporate.
Yes. That's the ultimate heel Rock
Yeah.
right there. Fuck the Final Boss. If I got Dusty in there, gotta have Flair.
Yeah.
That's two sides of the
Peak
coin.
Horseman.
Last match, Flair?
No.
Peak Horseman.
Sorry,
Flair.
I had to throw that in there for a little joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peak Horseman Flair.
Peak Horseman Flair.
Two more. One more.
Two more.
Two more. Cleaner Omega. Corporate
okay,
Rock.
I
Flair.
I think I might change one of my faces.
Oh my God.
Yep, I figured.
Who would I change though? Is the question.
Andre.
No,
Keeping Andre?
I'm keeping Andre. Because he's such a mountain of a man. Like that's just
He's a giant.
he's the giant.
Yeah.
So he's definitely got to stay in there. But because I want to include Okada in there, but he's not a heel.
Ooh. Well, you could put him on, you can put Rainmaker on the heel side, no problem.
That is where he came up, right?
Right. But it does conflict with Cleaner Kenny.
I know.
Why? Because those
And they
against each other?
coexist.
Oh.
Ooh, dissension.
Yeah. See,
There you go.
Adding to the story.
Sure.
You know what? Yes, we're going to Rainmaker Okada on the heel side.
Okay.
Keep that in there.
One more.
One more. Okay, I need another Bruiser Brody.
Ooh.
That to match Andre.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Bruiser Brody to match Andre.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that's a good lineup for me.
Yeah.
Time Machine Wrestling's Ultimate War Games. That's my lineup.
Shit, write this down somewhere.
We can come back to this. I like this. I like this.
Well, yeah.
Brent doesn't know enough to probably pick his own. Can you pick? Can you make picks?
Mine will be a lot more modern, but there is a couple I'm going to have for the face side.
Yep.
We're going to have.
Hold on a second. Let me get a pen.
Yes, sir.
You can just listen to the recording and write this down.
No, you can't.
It's impossible to listen back.
Possible. Nobody wants to listen to this stuff again. Okay. Jay.
Yep.
Baby.
Cena.
Cena.
Yep.
Stone Cold.
Yep.
Steamboat.
Yep.
Ah,
Oh.
watch your eye.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ricochet.
Andre. Whoop.
Prime Andre. Yep.
Prime Andre. And Dusty.
Yes. And Dusty was my captain.
Yes.
Who was captain on the heel side?
Flair.
Heels. Flair, captain.
Yep.
Cleaner.
Yep. Cleaner Omega.
Cleaner Omega.
Rainmaker Okada.
Yeah. Okada. Who's your
Bruiser was my counter to Andre.
right?
Oh, and The Rock.
Okay, Corporate Rock.
Corporate Rock.
Okay, and then Bruiser Brody.
Yes. So.
All right, cool.
All right, for my face team,
Tasty.
we got Kabashi and Masawa.
You want both of them?
Oh yeah,
All right. Okay. He says he's going to go modern, and then names.
I said more modern. You're going back to the 70s. These guys I remember from the 90s.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's that.
So
Kobashi and Masawa.
then we'll go Austin
Okay.
Which Austin?
before the pile driver.
Okay. But Stone Cold?
Yeah,
or-
Stone Cold.
Okay.
Prime Stone Cold.
Yeah, Prime Stone Cold.
Two more.
Cena
Okay.
and I don't know if I could put Undertaker on which side would he be on.
Which Undertaker do you want? What era of Undertaker do you want?
American
that-
Badass.
Yes, American Badass would be more of a face, in my opinion.
Corporate Ministry was heels.
That was heel. Yep.
Streak Undertaker.
That's a tweener.
Yeah.
He was Streak Undertaker on the face side.
Okay.
all right.
Undertaker.
That's your five faces.
Yep. Then on the heel side we got Kawada.
Okay.
Who else would we have? Balanced out Undertaker, I'd have Kane.
Ooh. Fresh, brand new,
Newly minted cane.
Yeah.
newly minted cane.
Not blue cane, not green cane, not
cocaine.
not gain.
No.
Oh, when you got Kane, you also get Paul Bearer.
Oh,
He'd be
yeah.
the manager then, wouldn't he?
Yes, you would.
Yep.
Yep.
Then we got...
Oh, yeah.
that was actually not bad.
It's not hard to do.
I know, but still.
Practicing.
That voice was just funny, but he was good as a manager for those two, though. I liked it.
How about this one? I love you. Brother Love.
Shut up. Two more.
Corporate Rock as heel side.
Okay.
Okay. That balances your Stone Cold.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah, so I'm trying to...
Two more.
Two more.
Two more.
Yeah, because I got Kawada, I got
Kane, and Rock.
So,
Yeah, you need another one to balance another Kobashi Masawa. You need somebody to balance one of them.
yeah, that's why I'm trying.
That is a bit of a tough one. How do you match up there? Right.
See, that's why I went with Tenryu, because he's considered an outsider.
Stan Hansen? I
had another name that's I want to say modern, but he's a legend.
Who?
Suzuki.
Suzuki-kun. Oh, dear.
It works because he was around. He was in UWFI Pancras at that point in time, but with Suzuki-gun, yeah, that could work.
So I need one more.
You need one more.
That's what I'm trying to... The heels on some of those ones.
There's so many options, and
I know.
Always forget.
It's the analysis paralysis of.
If I sat down and think about this, my list would change.
Oh, yes, it will.
Yeah.
Shit.
And we can revisit this.
Sure.
Oh, come on! I'm drinking one. Why was Steve Williams straight to my head? But that would overpower the heel side, wouldn't it?
No, because you have Misawa and Kobashi.
Yeah,
they are force multipliers by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Steve Williams then.
Steve Williams, all right.
Dr. Death.
Yep. I liked watching his stuff. That was another one I liked watching. He had a good match with Misawa, I think it was. I saw one time.
Yes.
He had a good match there, and
he had a couple runs for the Triple Crown, and it was like, I think it was a Baba, and they're like, we need a new Gaijin, and Mama, Mrs. Baba went, I like that Spivey guy. And he's like, no, we're not using him.
Really?
Really?
They didn't like Spivey.
Motoko loved Spivey.
For the wrong reason?
Mrs. Baba? Danny, like, Spivey was, or, no, not Spivey, Laurinaitis. John Laurinaitis.
Really?
Really.
Wow. Johnny Ace?
Johnny Ace was the thing that made Motoko Baba stand up at night. So
she liked them big white gingers, huh?
I guess.
Well, there we go. There's our current picks. Again, we can revisit this down the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and listen and find out. I remember my picks.
Yeah, your picks were more old school, but I
just remember I know your heels were going to kill people. You had Bruiser Brody in there too.
I had Bruiser Brody, Dr. Death, Kerry Gordy.
Right there. Right there.
Tenryu. Who was
I know Tenryu by legend, but I don't know just how vicious was he.
Oh,
he was, three that you already named, fucking really vicious.
Tenryu. Dr. Death. Terry Gordy. Did I say Bruiser Brody as well?
No, I don't think so. Or I don't remember.
Gordy, Tenryu, Dr. Death. Yeah. Baby Faces was Misawa. Kobashi. I should have wrote this down.
You threw it out so quick that
I know, because I wrote it down on the Twitter.
So you'd have to bring up your Twitter to find it.
Right. And like I said, I put my 3 out there. And
Road Warriors?
No.
No? Oh, no. That was just talking about that.
I'll think about it.
You'll find it.
I'll find it. So, yeah, there's our Survivor Series of death.
Oh, yeah.
I think touching back on this Time Machine Wrestling idea, I think that's going to be fun. That could be fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah. I like
Okay.
it. All right.
Game over, man. It's game over.
This has been the Three Noes Podcast. Thank you for listening.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
Y'all come back now. Here.